Hello friends, my name is Katie from Eternal Flame, and today I thought I'd do a quick flip through of my daily spreads in April of 2022 in my Hobonichi cousin. If you're interested in hearing about how I set up my spreads and seeing a quick flip through, please stick around. Thanks everyone. Alright, so starting off on the second, obviously I missed the first week. I haven't been doing really well with these spreads, so that's why I actually haven't shared it with you all, but I think I might want to do a plan with me shortly to kind of show you the process that I go through. But for now, we'll just talk about, I guess, the spreads that I have completed. So in April, I was working heavily on my office makeover. So if you're interested in seeing that tour or video tour of my renovated space, make sure that you're subscribed and you hit that little notification bell down below. So a couple things that I invested in, large investment items too actually, was a bunny chair. It's a gaming chair. It's kind of like a baby pink color. Absolutely love it. It has bunny ears and a tail, and actually like some of my coworkers have commented about it, and it wasn't like a negative comment. It was so anyways, definitely have gotten some great compliments on it. I also invested in some nano leaf lighting. So if you're interested in seeing that, they actually are in hexagon shapes, which I absolutely love. I actually used to make marble hexagon coasters. So these were totally my vibe. So I tried to take some of my happy planner stickers and kind of replicate the design of a nano leaf here. On April 3rd, I went, and for the first time since pre-pandemic times, I went to dim sum with my grandmother and my grandfather and my family. And so I journaled a little bit about how great that experience was, to kind of spend that time with my family and see how happy everyone was, and to see Grandpa smile. He is very stubborn when it comes to smiling. So when he finally does smile, I think it's that much more satisfying. And my mother just has this way of making my grandfather smile. It's really funny. So over here, it was someone's birthday on the 4th. And so I also wanted to journal a little bit about how the cherry blossoms were blooming. And so you'll see here, I tied in some of my Sticky Club cute subscription stickers that were left over after I did my weekly spreads and my Hobonichi weeks. Right, so this is a great example of how sometimes I like to utilize these blank pages, or these dual blank pages here. So for the next few pages, I actually used it as a notes page for my statistics class. So I think I had not really been paying attention in class in person. So what I did, because it's hybrid nowadays, I watched I tried to watch the recording the weekend after and then take notes here. So that's what I've used this space for. And then over here, I used some of those washi stickers that I picked up off Amazon, and I took the opportunity to kind of very short journal about my plant Harry. I accidentally frequently call him Gary, and this is a great example. I actually think I wrote Gary first and realized that his name is Harry. The reason I named him Harry is because he kind of looks hairy. So this kind of looks like that plant. And the other funny thing about that plant is that our kitty Sophie, we call that plant her boyfriend, because the minute she has the opportunity to, she goes and chews on the plant, which is not great for her. So we try to stop her every time. But it's kind of funny because she's also a little hefty, like a little overweight. So it's kind of a game for all of us where she kind of just runs for Harry and chews on him. But before she gets there, we try to chase her up and get her to exercise. So I don't know. And then over here, this is really sad. One of my cacti, it was dying. It was drooping. It started to kind of lean over like the sticker is. So I thought that was so fitting. And sadly, just yesterday, I found it dead. So very sad. Cherry blossoms still blooming. There's actually a whole block full of cherry blossoms in our neighborhood. So around cherry blossom like bloom season, it's so beautiful. So I just wanted to journal about that here. I had an Excel workshop that afternoon, and then I missed the Sephora annual VIB, I think it's VIB sale. I was so upset because I was waiting for that sale to come out. I reminded all of my friends about that sale, and then I myself missed it. Oh, it's just terrible. And it wasn't just that I missed it, I put it in without the coupon code and tried to cancel and redo the order, and then it wouldn't let me. So I just straight up gave up, and I was just like, whatever. It wasn't meant to be. And then ended up paying full price for the items anyway, so that wasn't fun. So on the 13th, I ran over to Hobby Lobby because a few days before, one of my great friends announced that she was pregnant, and I didn't know the gender of the baby, but I was so excited. I wanted to get started early so that I would actually finish her gift in time. And so I picked up some yarn in both of these colors. Over here is a great example of me kind of going backwards and trying to fill the empty spaces. So here I use this spread to kind of map out and plan my garden. Oftentimes, whatever I plan out actually is not even close to what ends up happening, especially this year because my focus is more on school than on my garden. But this was a really great attempt to kind of have some clarity about what plants I needed to purchase and seeds to start. So that's what I tried here. Over here, another great example. So if I'm being really honest, I've been struggling with the, I guess, new electronic way of or technology for school. So everything is submitted online. So there was like a homework or quiz that was done all online, and I really wanted to write it down. So I actually did the homework in my Hobonichi cousin daily spreads, and that's what you'll see here. Especially with calculations, I like to write everything out very nice and neat, and I had to actually end up typing it and translating it into that program, which was really odd. Over here, I played around with some of my brush pens, did some pen tests. The Easter Bunny, aka my sweet mother-in-law, gifted me some like Easter spring theme colored paper mate flare pens with the medium nib. I absolutely love them. I wanted to see how they would perform on the Tomoe River paper, and as you can see, they don't smudge and they're so beautiful and vibrant. I actually ended up using it, I think, in the weekly spreads. And then here is just some of my washi stickers. I thought that it was so fitting because a lot of them remind me of like rosemary, so herbs and things in my garden. On Saturday, the 23rd, I actually spent the whole day plucking weeds, literally the whole day. I was so sore afterwards, but my husband had, I think, gone out to do some things related to real estate. So I was home by myself all day. I think I went and got like a sandwich, which is so out of character. My husband was like, "What? You went out and ate?" So I did that whole like date thing by myself. And then I came back and I was like, I need to be productive. So I went out and pulled all the weeds in the garden. So proud of myself. And then the next day I had my science midterm, and then we had a date night. So this is really interesting. It's another example of me just taking some of those washi stickers and throwing them down and hoping that it kind of jazzes up the spread a little bit. So I woke up maybe around 2 a.m. and sometimes I just have a lot of things on my mind about things I need to get done. So because I wanted to be able to sleep a little bit more peacefully, I took a moment around 2 a.m. To create a few headers here related to school, garden, and work, and then my Zig Clean color dot markers to just create some check boxes so that I can take all of those thoughts and put it on paper, so hopefully that I can find some peace and sleep. Over here, I used some of my Happy Planner stickers to set up these two spreads. What I did, it's so cute, I fell in love with these little seahorses and thought that they would be really cute kissing each other, so that's what I did there. Found some of my Archer and Olive calligraph pens to match. This one doesn't really match, but that's okay. And some of my Happy Planner stickers to fill in the space. Over here, I absolutely love this spread from the 29th to the 30th. I actually pulled most of these stickers from, I believe it was the Dear Lizzy sticker book. And there's a lot of things here that I love. So, so my classmates and friends, closer friends, know that I absolutely love ice cream. I eat ice cream for breakfast sometimes. I actually just did that the other day. It's terrible. Terrible habit. Don't do it. So I love the sticker because it said why not, and I get teased pretty often. So that was happening that around that time. It says live today, and then I wrote every day like it's your last, and that's what I journaled about here. Life is short, so I just want to live it. And within that same sticker book, there's this little like award sticker that says, hey girl, plan a road trip. So what I love about this spread was that it was completely random, but last year my husband and I think we decided like a couple days in advance and didn't really pull the trigger until the very last minute to take a road trip to the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. And so we packed our dog and threw her in the car, and we drove. It had to be like over 8 hours out west from here, and just had the most amazing time. We looked for hotels, and because it was last minute and we had a dog, it was nearly impossible. So we ended up just camping. We had a tent already and barely any supplies. Went out there, and there really weren't any stores. Like any camping that I've ever done before had been near like a Walmart or something, or some big superstore. So I feel like I've never actually camped. But in this case, it was not like that. And it was just such a great learning experience to see a different part of our country in a different light. And we really enjoyed it, enjoyed meeting new people. And so I'm hoping that this year we find some time between work and school and all the like extracurriculars and things that we're doing to plan another road trip. Maybe like a little better planned this time so we can shower. Right, so just a few more days. I was having a rough day this day, so I used a sticker that says, you're so cool, I'm not even mad, and just do your homework, Katie. Then I missed a bunch of days here. I marked Mother's Day, just took a moment to just write Mother's Day and throw some stickers down. And then finally, the last few spreads that I'm going to cover today are the last few days that I finished. So I actually set this up today. Today is actually the 13th. I wanted to take a moment as we approach into the middle of the year to think more about, so this is so terrible, but in the beginning of 2022, I had intended to really set out some goals and I didn't. So I have the sticker here that says #goals. But what I wanted to do was to just kind of follow through with what I should have done in December of last year. And so you'll notice here in the following spread, I set up a list of steps that I wanted to follow, and I wanted to basically ask myself, what is the most important thing to me? So that's what I have here. These are the things that are the most important to me. And then I wanted to separate it into different categories and help to define exactly what falls under each category. So for me this year, I have family, home, health, work, and school. And I think I also have like this miscellaneous category that I haven't included here, where like things like YouTube would fall under, I guess, and journaling. But for the most part, I tried to keep it to these 5 categories and keep each category to maybe like 2 or 3 general goals under each. So that's what I tried to do this morning. I was hoping that it would give me some clarity and help me to develop a plan moving forward so that by 2023, I can look back and see what I've achieved. So that's what this is here. Because family is and you'll see it here, family and my marriage, including our fur babies and our friends, are the most important thing to me. So that's why I have this sticker. This is actually a really interesting sticker from my Amy Tangerine sticker book. I thought it'd be really odd because it's just really hard to place down, and like you kind of have to weed the sticker yourself, which was really interesting, but it's very beautiful. And then finally here on the right, I pre-journaled about wanting a new camera. So I've been wanting a new camera for a while. I've been having my eye on this very specific camera that would be great, I think, for vlogging, but I just really haven't had a reason to pull the trigger. And so I journal about that here. I actually had the opportunity to utilize one of my fountain pens that I don't typically use. It's my Muji Fountain Pen, and it's a lot thicker than what I'm used to. And I wanted to see if it would set or smudge, and I think it's kind of set, but it's also smudging, probably because of all the oils and sweat on my hands right now. But anyways, So these stickers are actually from that Dear Lizzy sticker book. Loving the colors, loving the ability to utilize some of, well, all of my stickers and also some of my calligraph and brush pens that I don't typically get to use. Anyways, I hope you appreciated and enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you all let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for taking the time today, and until next time, bye everyone.